What's going on, guys? Today it's time to get into the engine bay. So what we're gonna do is kind of go over things here. Take out a couple of things, you know, drill them out and kind of just go over stuff and see what we got to do to clean this up, prime it, paint it. I'm sure there's some welding to do. I'm probably gonna fill some holes and I don't know, let's get started. I guess the main plan would be to remove some of this stuff. You know, we'll find our own brackets when we need. And then I'm gonna fill some holes. There's quite a few here that don't need to be here. These are the brake lines. I'm gonna fill those also, and I'm gonna find somewhere else to put the brake lines. As far as the firewall goes, I don't know if I was gonna make a plate that kind of goes over here. We'll play that by ear. I don't know if I'm gonna run, I'm not gonna run AC. I don't know if I'm gonna run heater because it's kind of not that car anymore, you know. Just some stuff to clean up, so I don't know, let's see what we got. So I picked up this drill bit, I guess it's like a spot weld hole driller or something. I heard that if you get like pretty crazy with this, you can go like right through. You don't really want to do that, so we're going to try to stay just sort of, I don't know, on the edge of our material and not like punch through. I don't know, let's go ahead and see what happens. I've never used one of these before, but I'm assuming that it shouldn't be too hard. So here's our spot welds. Yeah. Too bad. So you don't want to pry too much, obviously. You end up denting this, which I did a little bit. We're going to rework this area, obviously, with some filler. You know, obviously this and this. Not too bad. This one's probably going to be a little tougher. You can't really see where any of the spot welds are. This is a pretty good tool. Our manifold is going to kind of go in this area, and this was for a heat shield. I might take them off, I might not, I don't know. Just it's a little tedious. So since there's a bunch of dimples on these, I know you guys can't really tell, but these are sticking up. And since this stuff is really thin, what I'm gonna do is use the cutoff wheel, and I'll just kind of like graze it to get it down. And then from there, I'll go ahead and use the grinding wheel and smooth it out. That way we're not like putting too much pressure around it, and we have potential to like grind through the actual panel when all we're trying to do is smooth it out. What's happening here? I'm just taking like very minimal off. You don't want to put too much pressure on it, because if you do, this thing will grenade and no one will be having any fun. So I'm just kind of taking the tip and barely putting any pressure on it, kind of letting it cut itself. This is what we want. Then we'll come over with the grinder and smooth this whole area out, and you won't have too much to fill, and or like I said, won't risk cutting through this material. Okay, so here's our templates. You know, obviously they're cut out of pieces of tape like you saw. It's a little trick I learned. And then this is a fender from my E36. So let's go ahead and trim this a little bit. I'll go ahead and place these down. I guess we'll do one at a time. I doubt I can cut these out. Actually, I might be able to. So I guess we'll do them like this first, and then I'll fine tune them with the grinder to get them to fit in nice. So. They're a little tedious, but it beats filling a big asshole, you know what I mean, with weld. So let's continue with the rest. All right, now that our welder's all set up, just gotta find the ground and we can get going. I'm gonna take this 10 mil and put it in one of these holes, and that's gonna be our ground. I'm gonna go ahead and fill these. See what we got. I'll probably start with these ones first. They have the 10 mil, they're kind of like backers in there. You can kind of screw into, obviously. And then these ones are thinner. You know, we'll do those later. So some of these also I gotta do. But let's get these going first. There's a couple here, one here too. Let's see what we got. here's our plugs we made. I'll go ahead and try to tack these in, see how well these work. All right, I just want to show you guys what point we're at now. I just got done grinding all our welds down. You know, everything's pretty smoothed out. Of course, I'm going to go over with filler, sand everything, you know, but that's it. Looks pretty good. The reason I welded these in, on this side too, obviously, is because I want to stiffen the chassis up a little bit. Not extreme, but a lot of like drift guys I see do this, a lot of drag racers. So I figured while I'm in here, I'll go ahead and do that. I just made them like an inch apart. I don't know, whatever. This corner here is kind of unsalvageable. I can't do anything with it. Obviously you can't weld on it, it just keeps blowing out. So I think I'm gonna make a panel that like kind of goes over here and covers the rail. So it'll get rid of this edge, you know, and it'll kind of cover this up. Structurally, it's fine. I just wanted to like, you know, fill the holes and kind of get things clean, kind of like everything else. But it's just not working. So I think the next best thing to do is like to make it, like I said, make a plate. And I'll do the same for the side also. You know, this side I grinded off all the rust, surface rust, as much as I can. There's a little bit here too. I can get rid of this soon. I just got to get the right tools to get in there. 7.5. What's that? 5. 8. And I'm gonna come probably over here. So 10 by, is that looking pretty good. So let's go. Not entirely sure how this is gonna cut. a couple different shears, whatever you call these things. And now I'm just going to work it with the file. It's going to take 3 years, but see how it goes. Cut that radius out real quick. We're getting there. Trim the edge there. I think that we're looking pretty good. I'm probably going to throw a rivet here, and then maybe one up here, and then one here. I'm going to do another one here. Goes across the edge, maybe up in there somewhere, just to cover this ugliness instead of just painting it black. It's nice to have it smooth, because all the rest is smooth. So. Underneath. There. I haven't really used one of these before, but we're gonna see how this works. I just need to get really one good bend in it, and I think this is thin enough, you know, that I'll be okay to do this. So let's check it out. So I'll fill this gap after we do all the seam seal and all the Bondo, whatever, and I think it'll be good. Something along those lines. All right, guys, so let's attack this firewall here. I think I'm gonna keep it kind of simple. We'll just come up, you know, do this section, and then we'll come up here and do maybe here, and because the engine will be here. I don't know if we may need the clearance here. I may cover these up, you know, with just some little pieces, and then maybe we'll come down and do this section, or figure out how to get rid of these. Maybe come to here, something like that. Swing it here. I don't know. Figure it out. But let's get some cardboard, start cutting things out, and see how it goes. we're gonna go ahead and cover these up so nothing gets in there. Panel bond these in, you know, because I don't think I want to weld on this stuff. Catch on fire or something, but this one we can leave open. It's covered. These are covered. These are not covered, but you know, these are the ones I have to be kind of concerned about. So. Looks good. All right, guys, that's gonna do it. Made good progress. All the panels are finished. Next thing I'm gonna do is to put these in, figure out how to put them in. So I'll probably be using a combination of like rivets and some panel bond. And then after those are in, we can use Bondo, fix all the welds and, you know, clean everything up. Little by little, we're getting there. Garage is pretty full. I got a couple other projects. I'll give you kind of a sneak peek of this one here, some kind of old stuff. It's a 72 Nova. First things first, gotta finish the Celica, and then we can move on to these, but these will be definitely down the road for sure. All right, guys, see ya.